My name is Star Andrew Strong, and I'm making this video to raise awareness for Hyperemesis Gravidarum. Tomorrow, May 15, 2016 is Hyperemesis Awareness Day. Not many people know what Hyperemesis Gravidarum is, so I want to explain to you, and just maybe I can make this video go viral. Hyperemesis gravidarum is a severe pregnancy sickness. It causes severe dehydration and malnourishment in the mother. We're not talking about morning sickness here, people. We're talking about hyperemesis. Morning sickness and hyperemesis are not even in the same category. It's like day and night, apples and oranges. You can't compare the two. With HG, you have severe nausea and vomiting. You get dehydrated. You get malnourished. You can't hold down any fluids, any water, smells. Everything makes you sick. You're constantly vomiting. The persistent nausea and vomiting is unrelentless. You can't even compare it to morning sickness. With morning sickness, you don't lose weight. Morning sickness won't kill you. Hyperemesis gravidarum will. With morning sickness, you can throw up, but you can still go about your day. With HG, you can't. HG just doesn't go away. You can't shove a cracker in the HG mom's face and tell her to get better. You can't tell a mother to drink ginger ale and suck it up. You can't do it with HG. I vomited 100 times a day to the point of blood. I vomited so much, my eyes bled. Now, I know you're probably watching this video thinking, oh yeah, right, Star, how did your eyes bleed? Well, I suffered from hyperemesis gravidarum, not morning sickness. I vomited so much I couldn't hold down any fluid, any food, not even water. I went to the hospital for help constantly and always got sent home sick. And that's the problem with hyperemesis. Most moms don't get good medical treatment. They go to the hospital and they either come across doctors that are, 1, not understanding, 2, have never heard of hyperemesis gravidarum, or 3, they tell them to suck it up and say it's just morning sickness. There's a huge difference between morning sickness and hyperemesis gravidarum. Now, I have some facts here written down. Normally I can do a video and just tell you how I feel, but I want to kind of read off what I have written down because I feel it validates hyperemesis more, as I'm a better writer than I am a reader, I would say. So what is hyperemesis? Hyperemesis gravidarum, HG for short, is a severe form of pregnancy sickness. This is not morning sickness. This is beyond. With HG, it is extreme nausea and vomiting that is unrelenting, excessive pregnancy-related nausea and vomiting that prevents adequate intake of fluids and food. It causes severe dehydration and malnourishment in the mother. HG and morning sickness are not one and the same, so don't let anyone tell you they are. If they do tell you, you tell them to hit the road, Jack, and don't come back no more, because they are not one and the same. HG and morning sickness are like day and night, apples and oranges, fruits and vegetables. They're not one and the same, so don't let anybody tell you that they are. So I'm going to explain some symptoms of hyperemesis gravidarum, and then I'm going to explain morning sickness to you, and hopefully shed some light in the Facebook world and society in general to understand the difference. So with HG, you get severe nausea and vomiting. You get food aversions. You can get weight loss of 5% or more of your pre-pregnancy weight. So moms with HG lose anywhere from 5 to 55 pounds. It can even be more than that. Many of these moms are already overweight prior to pregnancy. So they don't get taken seriously that they're malnourished and dehydrated, and doctors often will tell them, oh, you need to lose the weight anyway. But it's still dangerous to a mother and a child to have hyperemesis, even if you are a little overweight. More of the symptoms are decrease in urination, brown or orange urine, dehydration, headaches, confusion, hallucinations due to severe dehydration and malnourishment. I had hallucinations. It was extremely scary. Fainting, jaundice, extreme fatigue, low blood pressure, rapid heart rate, sweating, chills, body aches. I remember my body aching so bad. I was screaming, begging God to put me out of my misery because I was hurting so bad. I can't even tell you, when you're vomiting for 96 hours straight, your body hurts. You're so hungry, you can't eat. You're so thirsty. Your lips are cracked. You can't swallow. It's horrible. You don't understand HG unless you get HG. Stomach pain, severe. Burning pain in the throat from vomiting. Your throat is so raw. Battery acid heartburn, anxiety, depression, nausea and vomiting that infects your everyday life, that you're unable to work, you're unable to care for your other children if you have other children. You can't even clean your house. You can't even take care of yourself. A lot of moms end up being in a conscious coma. A conscious coma is where you're not directly in a coma, but you're laying there and you're unable to move. You're conscious of your surroundings, but you're too weak to speak. You only have enough energy to vomit. Unusual thoughts or behavior. Now this is due to dehydration and malnourishment. Ketones in your urine. This is so important for HG moms to check. You can go to the Walmart, you can go to the pharmacy and pick up ketone sticks in the pharmacy, and you can check your ketones at home. You don't need a doctor to help you do this. This can help determine if you're dehydrated and if you need to go to the hospital for fluids. Everything you eat or drink comes back up. Anemia, body odor. The body odor is from rapid fat loss from having ketones in your urine. Decreased urination. Feeling pressure you have to pee, but you only have to pee a drop. Boy, I remember that. Crack, dried lips, your tongue furry, excessive saliva. I had this problem where I had to constantly spit out saliva. It's very common in hyperemesis women. Fainting, dizzy spells. I used to black out all the time, and my husband Robert would have to pick me up off the floor. Half the time he was petrified because he had no idea if I was breathing or not, and have to rush me to the ER. Gallbladder dysfunction, hypersensitive gag reflex, increased sense of smell like a hound dog. Now my sense of smell never went away, so I can smell things that nobody can smell. When I was pregnant, it was just the same, but a little worse. I could smell the pipes in the walls in the shower. I can smell the trash that sat outside our home. I could smell oil on the driveway. I could smell somebody smoking 2 blocks away. I could smell what somebody ate on their breath. Any sense of cooking, food, made me deathly ill. I used to love the smell of cooking. Now, I can't stand it. I still have that pregnancy nose. I could work for the LAPD and be a better hound dog than the animals there because I have this pregnancy nose from Hyperemesis Gravidarum that never went away. Intolerance to motion, noise, and light. Liver enzymes. Loss of skin elasticity. Low blood pressure. Overactive thyroid or parathyroid. Rapid heart rate. I mean, the symptoms just go on and on and on with Hyperemesis Gravidarum. Vitamin electrolyte deficiency, vomiting, mucus, blood, bile, the need to chug water or liquid so you're not vomiting acid or blood. I vomited blood so much on a daily basis that I had to end up and go in and have an endoscopy. I'm not saying it right, I apologize. Where they put the tube down your throat and they had to put clips because I had tears in my throat from the excessive vomiting. I lost part of my vision in my eyes too because I vomited so much that my eyes bled. Now I'm going to tell you what morning sickness is. You heard what HG is. Now let's tell you what morning sickness. With morning sickness, you have nausea, sometimes accompanied by vomiting. Nausea that allows you to be able to still function and that doesn't last 24/7. Only vomiting sometimes, but able to hold down fluids once you get it all out. So once you throw up, you feel better, you're able to go about your day. Crackers, ginger ale, salsa water, all those type of things help morning sickness. Feeling better once you vomit and eat, you're able to hold down food and you don't lose weight. If you do, you may lose a little bit of weight, but not very much, and you'll gain it all back and then some. Morning sickness goes away after 3 months. HG doesn't. Many HG moms are stuck with hyperemesis from the moment of conception till after birth. I was one of them. Now I'm going to tell you some facts about HG. Fact number one, HG can kill a mother and a child versus morning sickness will not. Fact number two, HG is a severe form of nausea and vomiting that crackers and ginger do not help. Morning sickness, it makes you feel better. Fact number three, HG, you can't stop vomiting, you need to go to the hospital because you're so dehydrated. HG can cause life-threatening medical conditions. Morning sickness will not. Fact number four, HG is severe. 1 out of 3 babies do not make it to a live birth. I believe this number is actually much, much higher than 1 out of 3. I'm in a lot of Hyperemesis Gravidarum groups on Facebook, and I can't tell you how many babies I see die due to Hyperemesis Gravidarum. Fact number 5, HG can cause lifelong medical conditions for mother and child well after HG is over. Fact number 6, HG can cause premature birth in many HG mothers who suffer from HG. HG mothers are 4 times more likely to give birth early. Some babies are born way too soon and are not viable at the gestational age they were born at. Knowing you have HG early can help you prepare and find a good doctor and be on the watch for preterm labor. Now, the reason why babies don't make it to a live birth, for a few reasons. Now, having HG, you are 4 times more likely to go into preterm labor. But also from the dehydration and malnourishment, you are more likely to miscarry, to have a stillbirth, and many moms have to turn to abortion because they feel they have no other way out. I was told I needed an abortion in order to survive because my sodium, my potassium, my chloride were all so low that if I did not have an abortion right away, that I was going to die. And I had 3 OB-GYNs gang up on me, and they made me feel it was the only option. Luckily, the hospital didn't do abortions there, because if they did, I wouldn't have my beautiful little girl. I'll show some photos of her at the end of this video. But I'm doing this video to raise Hyperemesis Gravidarum awareness. I don't have any makeup on. I'm sporting my shirt. I designed these shirts to raise awareness for the HER Foundation, and all the proceeds of the shirts that I sold, I raised $102 to help with education and research for the Hyperemesis Education and Research Foundation. I'm very proud to support the HER Foundation. The HER Foundation has been helping mothers for over 12 years with education and research and helping mothers worldwide. If it wasn't for the Her Foundation, so many moms wouldn't have the support that they have. I'm very grateful to raise awareness for Hyperemesis Gravidarum. My name is Star Andrew Strong, and this is my awareness video for Hyperemesis Gravidarum for HG Awareness Day. I hope you'll take the time to share this video and raise awareness for HG. Remember, HG is not morning sickness. Calling HG morning sickness to an HG mom is a bitch slap in the face. Don't call HG morning sickness to an HG mom. Don't crack her an HG mom. Don't tell an HG mom to suck it up because she can't. HG is severe. Many moms die from this. Charlene Bronson died from Hyperemesis Gravidarum and malnutrition. I was so sick with HG, it rotted all my teeth. I don't talk about that very often, but I do talk about dental care and health. I ain't afraid to say it. Did HG rot my teeth? Heck yes, it did. Am I still sick in the aftermath of HG? Yeah, I am. Was it worth it for my daughter? Yes, it was. Many moms suffer from CVS after HG. CVS stands for cyclic vomiting syndrome. CVS and HG recently, the Her Foundation found out were related due to a DNA mutation called the RYR2 factor. So moms that have CVS prior to getting pregnant are more likely to suffer from Hyperemesis Gravidarum. If you have HG and you have this RYR2 factor, you are more likely to have a CVS in the aftermath. They're connected. And there's so many moms in the HG community that have CVS. So many mothers suffer in the aftermath of HG. Nobody ever talks about the aftermath of HG. And that's one thing why I'm writing a book, to make a change, to make a statement for people to realize just how deadly hyperemesis really is. I want to thank you for watching this video, and I hope that you'll share it. Thank you for taking the time to spread awareness and being HG aware.
You call me out upon the waters, the great unknown, where feet may fail. And there I find you in the mystery, in oceans deep, my faith will stand. My soul will rest in your embrace, for I am yours. You are mine. Your grace abounds in deepest waters. Sovereign Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Oh Jesus, my God, I will call upon your name. Keep my eyes above the waves. My soul